Proposed changes to several fees for town services are now under advisement, and we hear from Chief of Police Paul McDonald on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Tuesday, November 10th, 2015. I'm Sarah Mannel. Some town fees may soon be on the rise, while others may be reduced. Town officials discussed proposed fees changes during a hearing this morning. Sandy Neck Beach Park manager Nina Coleman is proposing a $20 per horse per trip fee for next season.
What we're trying to do with changing the horse fee from a yearly permit fee to a per-use fee is to try to prorate the use by horses on our beach. So most folks come once and use the beach once or twice a season with their horse, but we also have stables that come multiple times and are pretty much there all summer. So we're trying to balance the use and the cost of providing that service with the horse permit. So folks that would come once would pay $20. Folks that came 50 times, as occurred this last summer, would obviously be providing more revenue. We do have to provide services. We obviously have to respond to emergencies out there on the beach with horses. We have issues with parking and the space taken up by horses in the public beach area. So again, we're just trying to balance that use a bit this year.
Coleman is also proposing a $5 campfire fee for individuals using the public beach. That, of course, would not include the off-trail beach. Some golf fees may soon be reduced. Bruce McIntyre, Director of Golf Operations, hopes to reduce the Super Senior Pass Holder fee from $800 to $500.
Super Senior Pass Holder fee has been addressed a couple of times over the years, and we had gone with a graduated approach where when the Super Senior reached the age of 80, we would start a gradual decline in their membership fee. But at this point in time, after having addressed our junior golf rates in previous years as well as our young adult golf rates, we felt that the graduated approach was a little cumbersome. And at this particular point in time, 65% of our over 80 golfers are already over age 83, and it would mean there would be no impact on them. We have 60, 80 plus seniors. So the remaining 25 or 30 are in that 80 to 82 range. Our feeling was to make this one final step and lock it in at $500 for those over 80. Most of these individuals are playing less golf. They can't walk anymore. They do need to pay for a cart. And we're trying to keep them in the fold, and we're trying to keep golf an important part of their life and keep them coming to the golf course.
McIntyre also proposed reducing resident green fees about $10. The Marine and Environmental Affairs Department hopes by increasing some fees they can recoup financial deficits. Natural Resource Supervisor Doug Callwait talked about those financial issues during this morning's hearing.
And we're here to probably recoup more of the cost from the overall shellfish program, and maybe hopefully in that part of that increased staff hours somewhat. It's been a problem for a few years now. Is most years that we propagate the shellfish have 2 or 3 seasonal people, and I'm in a deficit most years. And with the increase of the last 6-7 years, the permit sales have gone up approximately 62%. So we have a lot of staff, and we all know it's a very popular program. But the residential permit is part of the overall program to increase the fees, like I said, to recoup some of the costs of the program.
Some of the fee increases proposed include a $10 a year increase for a residential shellfish permit, a $20 increase for a non-resident shellfish permit, and a new $10 a year fee to be placed on an aquaculture license waiting list. Town Manager Tom Lynch will now take all of these fee increases and decreases under advisement before making a final decision. Barnstable This Morning host Sarah Colvin got a chance to catch up with Police Chief Paul McDonald to discuss issues ranging from the needle exchange to upcoming promotions within the department. We share a portion of that interview with you now.
Chief, a number of things to talk about today. Going to start, of course, headlines in the Cape Cod Times today and things that we've been talking about as well, of course, is the needle exchange that's been operating on South Street in Hyannis. Was shut down in late September, has been open for the past week due to a Board of Health reprieve.
Right.
Tell me a little bit from your perspective, what the issue is here.
Well, first, I'm a little disappointed that the Board of Health gave them the reprieve of 1 week. In my opinion, the cease and desist order should have remained in effect until the AIDS support group went through the proper procedure. There's a proper procedure outlined of what they should do if they're going to open a needle exchange program. It's relatively simple. You get approval by the Department of Public Health, and you go to a local municipality, and you get local permission either from the Board of Selectmen or from the Town Council. In our case, we from the Town Council, and they chose to do none of that. They've been operating, in my opinion, illegally for a number of years. The Board of Health, though, in their wisdom, trying to prevent a court case, they try to come up with some type of compromise that the town can work with the AIDS support group attorneys and come up with some type of solution where possibly they could remain open. However, the AIDS support group chose not to go that route. From what I understand, reading the paper this morning, they're going to file suit against the town to reopen this this needle exchange program, which to me is the worst thing that could possibly happen. And for them to make a statement that hepatitis C and HIV are entirely preventable, and the town order has put human life in incredible jeopardy, it is such an arrogant, asinine statement to make. What they're doing and the way they're conducting their businesses is they're jeopardizing the health of everyone who lives and works and visits downtown Hyannis. I mean, it's from what their own statement they made at the hearing is in the first 10 months of 2015, they've given out over 112,000 hypodermic needles in the village of Hyannis. Now, how could we possibly, I know we have an opiate problem in downtown Hyannis, but to the extent of giving out 112,000 hypodermic needles, that is just insane. I mean, there is no checks, there's no monitoring program. Nobody is down there overseeing what they do. And to me, it's such a total irresponsible agency. And to me, I'm kind of glad it's going to court. I think the town should take a hard line on this. Go to court and see what happens.
And we think too, Chief, we look at our restaurants and some of the farmers markets and other businesses that really need to seek approval from so many different organizations here
Correct.
in town before opening their doors.
Right.
One would think that that a organization such as this would have to have the same treatment as well. So I think we'll certainly keep our eyes on this. I know the Board of Health is meeting later today to pick up the discussion once again.
Right. I mean, if you just talk to DPW workers, the guys, the workers who work at the town green, who work around the bandstand, and talk to them and see the number of needles they pick up on a daily basis, it's incredible. And I know they said they gave out 112,000, took in 114,000. I would really like to see a documentation that could sustain those kind of numbers.
Indeed, Chief. Well, we certainly will keep our eye on this issue. As we know, we've talked about the opiate crisis that we're experiencing in our community, and certainly this is a big part of that.
And this isn't going to help.
Indeed. Chief, I wanted to talk about, of course, an event that's going to be happening on Thursday morning at the Barnstable Police Department at 10 o'clock in the morning. 3 new lieutenants will be sworn in. Tell me about these new lieutenants.
Right, there are 3 vacancies. Lieutenant Walker retired. We made 2 deputy chiefs. Lieutenant Balcom, Lieutenant Sonnenben were promoted from the rank of lieutenant up to deputy chiefs. That created 3 lieutenant openings. We gave the test. We went through the process. The town manager then selected 3 new lieutenants. Lieutenant Jean Chalice, who was a 17-year veteran for law enforcement, 13 years with the BPD. Prior to that, she was with the Situate Police Department. Sergeant Cabral being promoted to lieutenant. He's a 13-year veteran of the Barnstable Police Department. Local kid, grew up in downtown Hyannis. And the third individual is Sergeant Malin. He's being promoted to lieutenant. He's a 20-year veteran of the department, and he's currently he grew up in Osterville. And he is currently detective sergeant working in the investigative services division right now. So it is important. It's an important step for these 3 individuals in their career. We're looking forward to getting them on board.
And you can hear from Chief McDonald every Tuesday morning during our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning. That program airs weekdays at 7 a.m. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mantle.